Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 8. Today I am going to start a new chapter. This is the chapter number 12, friction. In this chapter I am going to tell you about the force of friction, causes of friction, factor on which the force of the friction depends. Friction is a self-adjusting force, and the last kind of friction. Now let us start the chapter friction. According to the Newton's first law of motion, a body continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless an external force act on it. This means a ball rolling on the ground must continue to move forever unless stopped by some force. Our common experience is that a ball rolling on the ground gradually slows down and finally stops even when no external force is applied. Then why does the rolling ball stop after moving through a certain distance? The rolling ball stops after covering a certain distance due to the force of friction acting between the ball and the ground. It means that the force of friction opposes motion. Now let us understand how friction affects motion. If you roll a ball along the floor or a ground, it will slow down and stop even though no apparent force is being applied to it. The ball slows down and stops because of the friction. Friction slow down a moving object. Friction occur when two objects rubbed against each other. A car that runs on a very rough road slows down due to the friction. However, on a smooth road, it travels fast or faster. A smooth surface has a very few bumps and hollows. There is less friction on a smooth surface. A running object can glide or move continuously with little force. Now the introduction about friction. Friction is a force that opposes motion between any surface that are touching. Friction can work for or against us. For example, putting sand on a ice sidewalk increase friction, so you are less likely to slip. On the other hand, too much friction between moving part in a car engine can cause the parts to wear out. Other example of friction are illustrated in the two figure below. See, the pencil is used for writing. We are able to write with a pencil because of the friction between the pencil and a paper. Now the force of friction may be defined as the force acting along the two surfaces in contact which opposes the motion of our body over the other is called the force of friction. The force of friction is commonly called friction. Friction always opposes the relative motion between two bodies in contact irrespectively of the direction of the motion. For example, when a block is pulled by a force F toward the right, the force of the friction acting towards the left, and when the block is pulled by the force F towards the left, the force of friction act towards the right. It means the force of friction is always opposes the motion or opposite to the motion. Friction between the graphite in a pencil and a sheet of paper leaves a mark on a paper. Friction between a bicycle brake pad and the rim of a wheel causes the wheel to stop turning. Did you ever rub your hand together to warm them up? Why does this makes your hands warmer? The answer is friction. So many time we in the cold or a winter season When we are feeling cold, we just rub our hand to make the hand hot. After rubbing a hand, our hand become warm. This is due to friction. Now why friction occurs? Friction occurs because no surface is perfectly smooth. Even surface that looks smooth to the unaided eye or a naked eye may look rough or bumpy when viewed under a microscope. Aluminium foil is so smooth that it shines. However, when highly magnified, the surface of the metal appears to be very bumpy. All those mountains and valley catches the grab the mountains and the valley of any other surface that contact the metal. This creates friction. See, this is the magnified image of the surface of metal and shiny metal pipes also. You can able to see the mountains and valley in this figure. Roughness of the surface in contact can be seen as the presence of hills and valley. Two surfaces tends to be interlocked or entangled with each other due to the presence of hills and valleys on the surface and opposes the motion. Friction between two surfaces is due to the interlocking and tangling of the two surfaces due to the presence of hills and valley on the surfaces. Now a question: what is friction? Frictional force, the external force that opposes relative motion between two surfaces in contact. Friction acts on the surface of contact of both the bodies. In this figure you can see the mass. If we applied force to push to right side, the relative force resisting motion towards the left side. Now what is relative motion? When one object moves relative to another, it is called a relative motion. Means if one object is traveling in right side, the other is opposite, that is to the left side. Now the causes of friction. Friction occur due to the surface irregularities of the two objects in contact, adhesive force between surface and contact, and third is ploughing effect. Now surface irregularities. All surfaces when zoomed into a microscopic level contains hills and valley that interlock when they move or rub on the top of each other. The unevenness of the surface is called a surface irregularities or roughness. Rough surface have larger irregularities while smoother surface have lesser irregularities. When a body is pulled over another, these hills and valleys interlock with each other and opposes the relative motion between two bodies. This gives rise to a frictional force. Thus, frictional force is due to the roughness of two surfaces in contact. Now, adhesive forces. When two forces are in contact, they start to form bond and begins to stick to each other. This phenomena is called as adhesion. When we try to move objects that are on the top of another, we are basically breaking the bonds or overcoming the adhesive forces. When one body is made to move over the other, the force of addition opposes the motion. This force which opposes the motion also give rise to the frictional force. So the force of addition between two surfaces give rise to the friction. Ploughing effect. This is a extra. This is not given in our book. So you have to read and see and watch carefully. Ploughing effect. When surfaces are soft or can change their shape easily, they can deformed when they come in contact with another object. Example, carpets. When a heavy object is placed on them, it looks like a valley that is caused by deformation of the shape. This effect of the surfaces sinking into each other is known as ploughing effect. Ploughing effect is a cause of friction, and this is not given in our book. So you have to write this in your classwork copy to remember it. Now the factor affecting frictions. Factor affecting friction depends on the nature of surface in contact. Friction exists between two surfaces like glass and rubber. Now factor that affect frictions. Rough surfaces have more friction between them than smoother surfaces. That's why we put sand on icy sidewalks or road, increasing the area of surfaces that are touching also increase the friction between them. That's why you cannot slide as far across ice with shoes as you can on the thin blades of skates. The greater surface area of the sole of the shoes causes more friction and slow you down. The forces which opposes the motion of the body over another is called the force of friction. The force of friction depend upon the following factor. First, on the horizontal surface, the force of friction is directly proportional to the weight of the body which moves. The force of friction depends on the nature of the surface in contact. The force of the friction does not depend upon the area of the surface in contact. Now one question. Heavier object also have more friction. Can you explain why? Heavier object presses together with great force and this causes great friction between them. This is the answer. Now let us discuss more about the factor on which the force of friction depends. Nature of the surface in contact. Friction depend on how hard the two surfaces press together. As more surface in contact and more bounds are formed. More bounds to break means more friction. Only the normal reaction force exactly perpendicular to the two surfaces increases the friction. Friction produces heat. You know that the friction produces heat. That's why rubbing your hands together makes them warmer. But do you know why? Friction causes the molecules on rubbing surface to move faster, so they have more energy. This gives them a higher temperature and they feel warmer. Heat from friction can useful. It not only warm your hand, it also let you light a match, shown in the next figure. On the other hand, heat from friction between moving parts inside a car engine can be a big problem. It can cause the car to overheat. How is friction reduced between the moving part inside a car engine? To reduce friction, oil is added to the engine. The oil coats the surface of moving part and makes them slippery. Then the parts are slide over each other more easily. So there is less friction and there is less wear and tear. Friction is always parallel to the surface in contact. In some cases, friction is desirable, while in other cases, friction reduces effectiveness of the machines. Without friction, you would not be able to walk. The wheel of the vehicles would have no grip on a ground surfacing, and the vehicle would not be able to move forward. On the other hand, friction is undesirable. In most of the cases, friction causes mechanical parts to seize and wear out also. Now let us perform an activity that is given in your book, page number 193, to show that a rough surface exerts greater frictional force than a smooth surface. Material required: wooden block, plywood piece, metallic roller, or a pen-light cell or dead cell may be used. The metallic roller or a pencil cell covers different distance on different surfaces. Now let us perform an activity. The procedure: using a wooden block and a plywood piece, make an inclined plane on a smooth floor or a table as shown in this figure. Mark a position on the plywood piece. Hold the rollers or cell at the fixed mark and let it move down the slope. Note down the distance it has covered before it stops. Repeat the similar experiment at different surfaces and note down the distance traveled by the rollers cell before coming to the rest. Result: for the observation made, it is found that the distance traveled by the roller or a cell on the smooth surface is greater than the distance traveled by the roller or cell on a rough surface. Now the conclusion of this experiment. This experiment shows that a rough surface exerts greater frictional force than a smooth surface. That is why the cell on a smooth surface covers a larger distance than the cell on a rough surface. No solid surface is perfectly smooth. This means all solid surfaces are rough. The degree of roughness varies from surface to surface. By the activity which we done before, in both the surfaces, the cell or a roller may stop, but there is a difference in the distance traveled by the cell in both the surfaces. Now the friction is a self-adjusting force. Consider a wooden block on a horizontal table. The force W and R balance each other. You can see in the figure also. So there is no motion in the vertical direction. Now suppose a small horizontal force F is applied to the block and the block does not move. At this stage, the force F should be exactly balanced by the force of friction F. That is, small f is equal to capital F. You can see in the figure also. So, if the applied force F is increased and the block does not move, then the force of friction small f will also increase at the same rate. Since the force of friction adjusts itself to applied force, the force of friction is called a self-adjusting force. In the next video, I will explain you about a kind of force. Why the friction is a necessary evil means the advantage of forces, frictions, disadvantage of frictions, way to increase the frictions, and so on. I think everyone would understand what I taught in this video. If there is a doubt, you can ask within a class.